Like, bitch, you jump on Jaden and I will dust your ass off. She was talking about Chrisean. I hope and pray she catch your ass. I hope and pray she catch your ass. That's what I pray. I hope and pray she catch you the day after you deliver. Did you tell her to apologize to Jaden for being on this motherfucker talking about she gonna drop her jaw and shoot her in the face? Did you tell her to apologize publicly for that? Cause I wish that motherfucker would. I will tell the governor that her bitch ass ain't even supposed to be in California right now. Now, tell her to apologize to your other baby mama where your kids live at for saying that she gonna shoot Jaden in the face. That's who the fuck should be apologizing. Don't you never ask me to apologize to no fucking body. I just talked to this girl for 2 hours the other day, trying to calm her down from thinking that she finna jump on his baby mama. Like, bitch, you jump on Jaden and I will dust your ass off. Why the fuck do you think that that's okay? You gonna jump on Jaden? Okay. I even told her that don't even make sense. What you expect from me and Callie to do? She said, well, that would be, you and Callie would just be looking crazy if y'all took up for her, bitch. Looking crazy. You will be looking beat the fuck up. After 13 years, we just finna let you come over here and just jump on somebody. Bitch, you ain't earned that. I can't wait for you to hit him for him to knock your motherfucking lights out. That's what I can't wait for. This the bitch he want me to say sorry to. The bitch I just had to talk out of fighting his baby mama for 2 hours 2 days ago. He don't even be knowing the behind the scenes shit that people be plotting and scheming on his ass. He just think they like him. These niggas don't like you. They don't fuck with you.
You ever see a situation go from, okay, that's messy, to, nah? Somebody needs to hit pause on reality. Yeah, that's exactly what just happened. Because when Karlissa Saffold stepped in and called out Nevaeh, while basically telling Chrisean Rock to respond NOW, the internet didn't just react. It went into full meltdown mode, like somebody just dropped the season finale early. Now imagine scrolling peacefully, minding your business, and suddenly your entire timeline is screaming about a family situation turning into what feels like a WWE storyline. Mixed with a reality show reunion nobody can control. Because this wasn't just a comment, this felt like a signal, a push, a moment that said, yeah, this is about to get bigger. And the internet. Oh, they didn't waste a second. One side is yelling, this is getting out of hand. While the other side is like, nah. She said what needed to be said. And just like that, people started picking sides faster than a reality show elimination round. Defenders, critics, spectators. Everybody jumped in like they had front row. Tickets to chaos. But here's the thing. This didn't start here. Nope, this moment, it's been building. Slowly, quietly. With tension stacking behind the scenes like a pressure cooker waiting to explode. And now that it finally has, everything's coming out. Old energy. Old issues. Old drama that never really got resolved, just pushed aside until it couldn't stay quiet anymore. And now it's louder than ever, messier than ever, and way harder to ignore. But wait, because just when people thought this was already peak chaos, another detail started circulating. Something that made this whole situation feel less like random drama and more like something that was bound to happen. Let's rewind this whole situation. Because this didn't just pop up out of nowhere like a random viral headline trying to grab attention. Nah, it's been building slowly, quietly, like tension stacking in the background while everybody was distracted by surface-level drama. And when it comes to Karlissa Saffold, Blueface, and Chrisean Rock, calm has never really been part of the storyline. From the very beginning, this circle has felt like a reality show with no script and way too many strong personalities colliding at once. Conversations weren't just conversations, they were moments waiting to go viral. Every interaction carried energy, and not always the peaceful kind. And the internet. Oh, they've been watching every second, like it's must-see TV. At first, the tension wasn't obvious, it was subtle. Small comments, side remarks, moments that didn't seem like a big deal at the time. But looking back now, those were the warning signs, the little cracks in the situation that hinted something bigger was brewing behind the scenes. Then came the shift. The tone started changing. The energy between people felt different. Conversations carried more weight, reactions felt sharper, and suddenly things that once seemed normal started raising questions. And if there's one thing the internet is good at, it's catching when vibes change before words even do. That's when the whispers began. People started speculating. Is everything okay? Why does this feel tense? Are we missing something behind the scenes? At first, it was quiet curiosity. But you already know how the internet works. Curiosity doesn't stay quiet. It grows. Discussions turned into threads. Threads turned into full breakdowns. And before you knew it, people were analyzing interactions like they were decoding a hidden storyline. Every post, every comment, every moment became something to study. And then the situation expanded because now Nevaeh entered the conversation in a bigger way. Now, it wasn't just about internal tension, it became about respect, reactions, and who said what to who. And once that narrative hit the timeline, everything got more complicated. Now, people weren't just watching for entertainment, they were watching for context. Questions started getting deeper. Who started this? What actually happened behind the scenes? Why does it feel like this is about to explode? And the more people looked, the more intense it felt, because old clips started resurfacing. Moments that once seemed random suddenly had new meaning. Conversations got replayed with a completely different perspective. What once felt like normal drama now looked like pieces of a much bigger puzzle, and that's when the internet locked in. Now, it wasn't casual viewers anymore, it was full-on investigators. People connecting dots, building timelines, trying to understand what was really happening beneath the surface. Every silence, every reaction, every post, it all became part of the story. And then, the moment hit. The statement. The one that changed everything. The claim that Karlissa called out Nevaeh and urged Chrisean to respond didn't just stir drama, it ignited the entire situation. Because now this wasn't just tension anymore. This felt like escalation. And just like that, everything went from simmering tension to straight-up chaos that nobody could control. Because the second that call-out started circulating that Karlissa Saffold told Chrisean Rock to respond, NOW timelines didn't just react. They erupted. This wasn't just commentary anymore. This was full-on digital warfare with everybody choosing sides like it was a reality show finale. One side came in defending Karlissa, saying she was just speaking up after feeling disrespected. Like someone finally saying what everyone else was too quiet to say. She didn't lie. People argued, backing her like a full support squad ready for battle. But then the other side showed up. And they were not holding back. They were calling it reckless, unnecessary, and straight up messy. Why escalate it like that? People asked, and those questions weren't soft. They were loud, emotional, and backed with receipts, clips, and screenshots flying everywhere, and you already know what happens next. The internet becomes detectives. Old videos resurfaced. Past arguments got replayed. Every interaction between Karlissa, Chrisean, and Nevaeh was suddenly being analyzed like it was part of a hidden storyline. It was giving full conspiracy board energy, timelines connecting dots that nobody even noticed before, and the more people dug, the messier it got. Because nothing lined up perfectly. One moment made it seem like tension had been building for a while. Another moment made it look like everything was calm, until suddenly it wasn't. Contradictions stacked up fast, and instead of clarity, people just got more confused. And then, the memes hit. Because of course they did. One minute, people were arguing about respect and boundaries. The next minute, someone turned it into a WWE-style matchup graphic. Dramatic intros, fake scorecards, round one, Chrisean versus Nevaeh. And somehow, that chaotic humor made everything feel even bigger. But here's where things got even more intense, because now the conversation shifted from what was said to what's about to happen. People started speculating about real-world consequences. Is this going to turn physical? Is this just talk or something bigger? Are we watching this set up to a full-blown fallout? And just like that, the tension doubled. Because now it wasn't just drama. It felt unpredictable at the same time. Subtle reactions from others started creeping in. No direct names. No clear call-outs. Just those vague posts that hit like quiet punches. Some people love chaos, one said. Not everything needs escalation, another hinted. And even without names, everybody knew exactly who it was about. And that poured gasoline on an already raging fire. Meanwhile, contradictions kept piling up. Different versions of the story started circulating. One side saying it was exaggerated, another saying it was exactly what it sounded like, felt like, trying to solve a puzzle where half the pieces didn't fit. And instead of answers, people were left with more questions. And just like that, the chaos didn't disappear. It evolved into something heavier. Because after all the shouting, all the debates, all the memes and reactions, the internet hit a moment it almost never reaches. Hesitation. Not silence, people were still talking, but that loud confidence, it's gone. Replaced with confusion, second guessing, and a whole lot of weight. Maybe we don't actually know everything. And that shift. Yeah, that's when things get real, because suddenly timelines weren't just reacting, they were reflecting. The same people who were dragging Karlissa Saffold hours earlier were now stepping back, like, hold on, what if there's more to this? And when the internet starts questioning itself, the situation runs deeper than it looks. But don't get it twisted. Not everybody slowed down. Because on the other side, people were still standing, firm, doubling down harder than ever. No, this crossed a line, they argued. You can't just escalate things like that. And that tension between doubt and certainty kept the entire situation live, like a fire that refused to burn out. Now, the narrative wasn't just messy. It was divided. Half the internet wanted understanding. The other half demanded accountability. And nobody could agree on what either of those actually looked like anymore. Meanwhile, the emotional weight started settling in because behind all the chaos, behind the viral takes, behind the arguments and reactions, there are real people involved, real consequences. And once that reality hit, the tone changed. A GAIN. Less jokes, less sarcasm, more seriousness. Now people weren't just posting. They were thinking, what if this was misunderstood? What if there's more happening behind the scenes? What if this situation is more complicated than it looks? And those questions? They changed everything, because now the conversation wasn't just about what was said, it was about what happens next. And that's where things took another turn. Because just when it felt like everything was cooling down, like the chaos had reached its peak and was finally settling, a new wave of attention started building. Not from random users, not from meme pages, but from voices that actually carry influence. And suddenly, it didn't feel like just internet drama anymore. It felt real. And that changes everything, because online chaos fades. It trends, it explodes, and then it disappears. But real-life consequences, those don't go anywhere now. People started asking bigger questions. Is this situation going to escalate further? Are we about to see real-world fallout? Is this far from over? And the truth, nobody had clear answers because everything still felt unfinished, like a season finale that ends on a cliffhanger instead of a conclusion. It's the kind that leaves you staring at the screen thinking, wait, that's it? But that's exactly why this story stuck. Not just because of the drama, not just because of the controversy, but because of the uncertainty. Now hold on. If your brain isn't spinning right now, then I need to know what timeline you've been watching. Because this situation just went from messy drama to full-blown chaos that feels way bigger than social media. 1 minute, it was just a call-out. And the next minute, BOOM tension, reactions, and unanswered questions everywhere. And let's be real for a second. The internet loves acting like it has everything figured out. Everybody suddenly becomes a judge, a therapist, and a full-time investigator overnight. But this situation? Yeah. This one humbled a lot of people real quick. Because no matter which side you're on, something still doesn't feel fully explained. So, now I gotta hear from you. Do you think Karlissa Saffold took things too far? Or was she just reacting to something deeper we haven't fully seen yet? And what do you think really went down between Chrisean Rock and Nevaeh, behind the scenes? Don't just sit there scrolling like this. Didn't just shake your timeline. Drop your real thoughts in the comments right now. Not the safe answers. I'm talking honest takes. Because you already KNOW, this comment section is about to turn into a full-blown debate arena. And if this video had you shocked, confused, or replaying parts like, nah, did that really just happen? Go ahead and smash that like button like it owes you money. No hesitation, full force. Let it know you were here for this chaos. Make sure you hit that subscribe button too, because trust me, stories like this never end in one episode. There's always another twist, another update, another moment that flips everything upside down again. And when it drops, you already know Secret Scoop is gonna have it before your group chat even catches up. Turn on notifications so you don't miss anything, because the next chapter of this story, might be even crazier than this one. Until then, stay watching, stay questioning, and never trust the first version of the story. This is Secret Scoop, where the drama doesn't whisper, it explodes.